Hello everyone, today's mystery.
I'm often sought, yet hard to find.
A circular shape with edges aligned,
In morning dew, I sparkle bright.
yet in the sun, my beauty takes flight.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, so it's often sought, but hard to find. Maybe something temporary or elusive.
Yeah, it could be. And it's circular, with edges aligned. I'm thinking maybe something natural, like in the sky or something.
Oh, that's a good point. And it sparkles in morning dew. That makes me think of, well, dewdrops. They sparkle, right? Because now they reflect light.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking for something circular, reflects light, shows up in the morning. What could that be?
Wait, there's one more clue. Yet in the sun, its beauty takes flight. So it's connected to sunlight, but disappears as the day goes on.
Putting it all together. Something circular, found in dew, sparkling bright, and vanishes in sunlight. It's gotta be a rainbow, right?
The answer is a rainbow dew day.
There you go. A rainbow is an optical phenomenon caused by sunlight and water droplets in the air.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go for the next puzzle.
A fragrant trail, a sweet perfume.
But without me, flowers would be quite gloomy too.
Let's unlock this mystery, shall we?
Okay, so we're dealing with something a bit elusive here. Often sought, yet hard to find, right? It's got to be something important, but not something you can just, pick up.
Yeah, definitely. And it's connected to gardens and flowers. That really narrows it down when you say. We're not talking about like, oh, I don't know, garden gnomes or anything.
Right, right. A fragrant trail, a sweet perfume.
Mm.
It has to be something we smell, right?
Yeah.
But what is it exactly about flowers that makes them smell so good?
Well, it's a thing that gives flowers their scent. I mean, without it, they'd just be pretty to look at, but not nearly as appealing.
Yeah, totally.
Think about it. A rose without its fragrance.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go for the next puzzle.
Ooh, I like mysteries. Hit me.
Okay, get this. In twilight's hush, I'm sought by many.
A treasure rare, yet often carried handy.
Tricky. I'm not a gem nor a coin to spend.
Okay, getting a sense of it, but this last line I bet is key. But without me, journeys often end.
All right, let's unlock this mystery. What do we think? In twilight's hush, I'm sought by many.
Maybe it's something you need as night falls, right? Something that becomes more important in the darkness.
Yeah, could be. But it's described as a treasure rare, which usually makes me think of something precious and maybe even, hidden away.
Right.
Then it says, often carried handy. So it's rare, but also readily available.
That is a weird combo.
For sure. It's like a contradiction.
Definitely. And remember how it says, I'm not a gem nor a coin to spend? So we're definitely not talking about something valuable in a financial sense.
You got it. Not money.
Right.
So what is valuable, but not like money, and we use it on journeys.
And don't forget, journeys often end without it. Wait a minute. Journeys often end. Ooh. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think so. Could the answer be a key?
Boom. That's got to be it.
Yeah, a key, literally or metaphorically, unlocks things, allows passage, right?
Right.
Which is pretty essential for any journey.
Makes total sense. Nice job.
Thanks. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go for the next puzzle. I'm often seen.
Yet never held.
In the morning, I'm bright and bold.
By noon, I'm not as high.
But at night, my light shines so free.
What am I?
Let's unlock this mystery. Often seen, but never held. It has to be something intangible, right? Something we can see, but can't actually touch.
Yeah, and those clues about morning, noon, and night, it's like it's tied to the whole passing of a day.
Like a schedule almost.
Yeah.
Bright and bold in the morning. That makes me think of a sunrise,
Uh-huh.
but then it's not as high by noon. So maybe it rises up and then comes back down.
Could be. And then there's that line about how at night its light shines so free. That definitely brings light back into the picture.
Okay, wait a minute. We've got something that's visible. It changes position in the sky throughout the day, and it gives off light, especially at sunrise and sunset. It's got to be the sun in.
Exactly.
Wow, that's kind of obvious now that I think about it.
And it's easy to forget. But the sun is actually a star, a huge ball of burning gas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I always forget that part.
And the reason it looks like it moves across the sky is that the Earth is rotating on its axis. It's like if you were standing on a spinning merry-go-round.
I get it. Everything seems to be moving, but really you're the one changing position?
Yeah, that's it.
So the answer is the star.
There you go. The sun is a star, a giant ball of hot gas that emits light and heat.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go for the next puzzle.
In twisted tales I'm often found.
With threads of gold, my beauty's bound.
In lofts and homes I'm woven tight.
A treasure kept through day and night.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Twisted tales.
Yeah.
It makes me think of like stories,
Right.
myths, maybe even like historical events.
Yeah, something that people would want to like.
Something that would be depicted visually.
Exactly, like a visual representation of a story.
Okay. And threads of gold. Well,
Oh, yeah, that definitely points to something.
it's valuable.
Yeah.
Ornate?
Has to be made with fine materials.
Could it be like real gold threads?
Possibly. I mean, it doesn't have to be literally gold, but definitely
Some
suggests...
kind of precious material.
Right, like something that's meant to last, something that's...
Yeah, a treasure.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And then woven tight.
That suggests a textile for sure.
Okay.
Something with intricate patterns, you know?
Yeah, and real craftsmanship.
Absolutely.
So it's kept in lofts and homes as a treasure.
That means it's not just like a functional everyday item.
It's more like a...
It's a decorative piece.
Okay.
Maybe even an heirloom passed down through generations.
So putting it all together, a visually stunning,
Yes.
valuable textile, often found in homes,
Uh-huh.
and likely depicting stories.
Sounds like we're talking about a tapestry.
The answer is tapestry,
There you go.
a woven textile artwork, often depicting scenes from history or mythology. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
What am I?
Let's unlock this mystery.
All right, the first clue. It suggests something's always approaching, but never actually getting there.
Yeah, what could continuously move towards something but never actually reach it?
Right. And then the second clue mentions visibility in the morning.
And disappearing at night. So obviously it's got to be something connected to sunlight.
Exactly. Combining those clues, something dependent on sunlight, always approaching, but never arriving.
Wait a minute. I think I've got it.
What do you think it is?
The answer is shadow.
There you go. A shadow is always approaching, but never truly arrives. It's visible in the morning light, but fades with the sunset.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In every room I'm found.
A constant presence all around.
You can hold me tight.
But never see my face. Okay. What could this be?
What am I haven't put those thinking caps on?
All right, let's unlock this mystery. If I'm found in every room, I'm thinking it must be something essential to a room, right? Some part of what makes a room.
Yeah, I think you're onto something. And it's a constant presence, something we don't actively notice, but it's always there. Like, it's just part of the background of experiencing a room, you know?
Right. We can hold it but can't see its face. Now that's where things get tricky.
Definitely. This is making me think of something intangible, something we can experience but not actually physically grasp.
Okay, so what do we experience in a room? We experience light, sound, maybe even smells, right?
True, but we can see light, and we definitely see the sources of sound and smell. This has got to be something else.
Wait a minute. What about temperature?
You've got it. Temperature, it's in every room. We experience it constantly. We feel it change, but can never actually see it.
The answer is temperature.
There you go. Temperature is simply a measure of how hot or cold something is.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
But never arrive.
With each step.
I reach further to thrive.
In morning light.
I shine so bright.
But as night falls.
My beauty takes flight.
Let's unlock this mystery. This first part. Always coming, but never arriving. It's a little contradictory, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Makes you think of, like, something that's always in motion, you know? Not like a place or thing, more of a process, maybe?
Right. Like it's constantly on its way, but it never actually gets there. And then it says, reaching further to thrive. So that makes me think of growth, something expanding.
Exactly. And then we've got this whole visual element, too. Bright in the morning light, but then it loses its beauty at night.
Yeah, so it seems like whatever it is, it needs light to really shine, literally. What kind of thing depends on light to be seen or appreciated?
Well, you know, thinking about that contrast between morning and night, that feels important. Something that's really prominent during the day, but fades when it gets dark.
The answer is twilight.
There you go. Twilight is the time between day and night. It's always approaching, but never truly arrive.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
I'm often found in halls of fame.
A keeper of secrets.
And whispers that claim.
I'm not seen.
But my presence you'll find.
In every room.
A mystery to unwind.
Let's unlock this mystery.
All right, let's break it down.
The riddle mentions halls of fame first.
Right. Those are places that, you know, celebrate achievements.
Exactly, like big moments and important people. Right.
Yeah, and I think that suggests something connected to those events.
But not a physical object.
Right, more like a quality.
A feeling.
Maybe.
Okay, and then it says keeper of secrets.
Ooh, getting interesting.
That makes me think of things unsaid.
Hidden truths.
Yeah, and whispers. They need quiet to exist.
Absolutely. Secrets and whispers.
Don't you depend on it?
Yeah, they thrive in the absence of sound.
And then, not seen, but my presence you'll find.
Right, that emphasizes something intangible.
Something we experience.
Not something we observe.
And the riddle says this unseen presence is found in every room.
It's everywhere.
It's like it's hinting at a concept that's universal.
Something that surrounds us constantly.
The answer is silence.
There you go.
Silence is the unseen presence
Yeah.
in halls of fame, even,
Yeah, it holds secrets.
and whispers.
It's in every room.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go for the next puzzle.
In the morning.
I'm bright and bold,
At night, I'm not seen.
but my story's told.
I'm reflected in mirrors.
And in still waters, too.
But without a face.
What am I?
Let's unlock this mystery, okay? In the morning, I'm bright and bold. Well, that suggests something prominent, definitely visible when the sun is up.
Yeah, makes sense.
And at night, I'm not seen. So that implies it disappears in the absence of light.
Right. But then it says, but my story's told. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe even though we can't see it at night, its effects or presence are still felt.
Absolutely. Could be. And then there's I'm reflected in mirrors and in still waters, too. That points to something that's a visual phenomenon, dependent on light and reflection.
Okay, so we've got something that's bright and bold in the morning, disappears at night, but leaves traces, and can be seen in reflections, but without a face?
Oh, my.
A face usually implies features and individuality. So this thing, it's a visual effect, but lacks distinct features.
Putting it all together, the answer is shadow.
There you go. A shadow is created when an object blocks light.
Thank you for listening.